Measuring social engagement success based off Be the Positive campaign I created earlier this year. Earlier this year, I had grown disenfranchised with what seemed to be an overwhelming amount of negative posts on Facebook. Whether it was political banter, airing out of grievances with friends, our rants on several issues, I was overwhelmed with all of it. Oftentimes I would see nothing but long strings of engagements on posts that filled my feed endlessly. I had grown tired of the negative tone on Facebook. I considered just not looking at Facebook any longer, and at one point I considered just deleting my account. But I thought that I could do something better, and I made a decision not to be part of the problem, but offer something different. That's where Be the Positive came into play. The idea behind Be the Positive was one to create and share content on social media that was only positive in nature. Using a foundation of discipleship, I wanted to share content on social media that was from Scripture with positive messages. My goal was to grow a following that might feed itself with positive posts and create a positive environment within Facebook. My method of measuring success was ultimately going to be how many people liked the page itself. However, throughout the campaign, I would also monitor posts and their reaches to see if my messages were being shared, and from that, if any new page likes were being generated. I created a page on Facebook to kick things off, and I immediately created a little content. A few posts, making sure to have colorful images that were attractive to the eye, that were filled with scripture, and accompanied with a positive message surrounding that scripture. I also created a blog post to explain a little bit about who I was and what I was trying to accomplish with Be the Positive. I also created a Twitter account and a blog website so I could create articles to share. The plan was simple. It was going to be simple. I would post new content on Facebook every day from scripture readings that I found inspirational myself. I also shared positive news videos and articles from sources that featured good, inspirational news stories. I would take those same articles and tweet them on Twitter, accompanied with trending hashtags of similar content. I would create a few blog posts each month that I would share, highlighting Christianity today and discipleship in today's world. I would then be sure to share the Facebook post on my personal Facebook page and retweet the tweets on my personal Twitter. In reviewing my Facebook data, you can see that I was able to only get 34 likes. This was after 3 solid months of posting each day a minimum of one post that was shared on Twitter, following trending hashtags of common stories or common tweets. Well, comparing that to the number of friends that I have on Facebook, which is 1,226 friends, that doesn't seem very successful in gathering just 34 likes. Although my content reached more than just my Facebook friends, that was still only 2.8% of the number of friends I had on Facebook. Now, by comparison, I recently spent 6 hours making a traditional Kentucky burgoo and posted it on Facebook. You can see more than 43 people like that. That's 3.5% of my friends liked the 6 hours that I spent and shared on Facebook making food that looked attractive or edible or delicious. As I look back at the post reach data I monitored, I was able to reach 321 people on a given day that were viewing some of my posts on Facebook. And that was my peak. Of course, it was helped a little bit by a free $10 boost from Facebook that they'd given me, and I figured I would try it out. But overall, when I boosted this blog post, I was able to reach a total of 1,066 people. And so if you're to measure my 34 page likes versus the 1,066 people reached, that'd be 3.1%. Still not as good as my burgoo. But in the end, social media success is subjective, and it's up to me to decide what is successful and what I deem successful from the time that I spend on social media. We learned that from the course material in this class. What Mark 11:24 tells us is that, therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours. All I asked for was to make a difference. And I do know that my activity on Be the Positive and the time that I spent there creating blog posts, sharing scripture, led this person to a relationship with Jesus Christ that she didn't once have before. And that makes it 100% successful to me.